We start by logging in at OperaDDS.com. Once logged in, click the Settings tab, then click Company Users. In this area, you will add all team members. Click Add New User in the upper right. Fill out the prompt. The username must be unique. You may also use somebody's email, for example, or a custom name. Add their name. List the email that they will receive a password creation link. Give them a nickname for chat. This is the name that will display to all team members when sending messages back and forth. Dictate whether they're a user or an admin. Users may not change company settings. Admins can change company settings. Select the landing page they should open up to each time that they log in. Toggle on company secure emails if you wish for this user to receive a copy of company emails. Toggle on company billing emails if you wish for this user to receive company billing related emails, and click Save Changes. If you've created a user, you see the icon listed here. It shows that we are waiting for verification, which means that this user has not yet created their password. The email they receive is good for 14 days. They have 2 weeks to create their password for their unique login. Sometimes these emails like to go to their junk folder. If the staff member does not see this email, please instruct them to check their junk folder. If they still do not see, you may come into your user settings by clicking Settings, Account Settings, Company Users, and in this list, there is a Verify Email option. Once selected, you will be prompted to make sure that the email is correct. Click OK. You may now send this person a password reset. Please note, sending a password reset does not require previous password to be entered. So to give access to this person to your HIPAA-compliant portal, please make sure that the email is correct. Next, let's install your chat pop-up notifier. At the bottom of any page, in the middle, there's a Resources tab. Click here. Then select the first option, Pop-up Notification for PC. Once selected, you will run through the prompts and install the pop-up notifier. Do this on every computer that you wish to use with chat. Once installed, you will see the following prompt. When you open the pop-up notifier, you are prompted to log in. After logging in, you now see settings. You have options for playing sounds, showing a pop-up when a new message is received, having the icon blink when you receive new messages, running the application on Windows Start, which means every time you open your computer, the application or the notifier will automatically start, as well as open browser on icon click, which I personally like to turn off. I like having this off so the icon just blinks at me, and when I click on it, the blinking goes away. Then from this screen here, I can click this option to show me my messages. This is going to take us directly to our message screen so we can reply to messages that we have received from others. As mentioned, make sure you download that pop-up notifier on every computer you wish to use chat with. Next, let's customize your chat settings. Click Settings, Feature Settings, Chat Settings. Start with the tabs on the left. We will start with Teams. You see I have added some teams here already. Simply click New Team, give it a name, and select your team members. Once a team member has been selected, click the plus button to add them. They've now been added to this team. Make sure to click Save Changes. Now, if we were to go back to chat, we would see our new team listed under Teams. Let's go back to our settings. Do the same for the following: checklists, sounds and colors, timers, and canned messages. Next, let's cover checklists. In the checklist area, you have options for sorting checklists and adding new. You will see that we have a stock checklist added for you. You can edit the name of this, change its order by expanding it here, change any of the fields from text line to text box to drop downs. You can add a new field or delete. For adding a new checklist, click New Checklist. Then give it a name. Click Save. You now see it listed. Click here to expand. Click here to sort. Click here to add fields. Let's add a field. Click Save Changes. Continue until you have completed your checklist. Next, let's review sounds and colors. As you see, I have added sounds and colors for some of my users. Amy, for example, does not have a sound nor a color. Click on the Edit pencil. Select a sound, and click Save Changes. Next, let's cover timers. Click New Message, give your timer a name, fill out the text you would like to receive when the timer expires, and give it a time. Then click Save Changes. And last, let's cover canned messages. You will see canned messages already added for you, but you can add your own by clicking Add Message. Give it a name and text. Then click Save Changes. Next, let's review chat. Click on the Chat tab. On the chat screen itself, what I like to do is start with the upper right, work my way around to the lower left, then to the lower right. Type your location in the upper right to let people know where you're at. This location will save to your IP address, and each time you turn on your computer, regardless of the user that logs in, it will always list this location. The Save tab will show any messages you have saved. All of the filters here at the top will filter your messages. OperaDDS will save your chat messages for up to a week. If you would like to save them further than that, make sure to save the message in your Save folder. In the upper left-hand corner, we see our users. Each user is listed once they've created their password, so anybody that has not created their password yet will not be in this list. We can simply select on a user to send them a message. We can add multiple people, we can add teams, or we can one-touch page. The icon here will allow us to simply click on this to request Ashley to us. For example, if I need Barb to come to me, I simply click the icon listed next to her name. We see Martin at Op3 sent a message to Barb requesting Barb to me at Op3 with a date and timestamp on the far right. I can also hide this message, delete this message, or save this message. Next, let's send a standard message. I'm going to send something to Ashley and include the front office team. Fill out my text at the bottom and click the send button in the lower right. What about receiving a message? If you see here, we see this little green dot listed next to Allie that shows she is online. When Allie goes inactive for 30 minutes, a timer will start next to the little green dot, and it will count up in 5-minute increments, all the way up to an hour. 30, 35, 40, 45, etc. After an hour completes without Allie using OperaDDS, the green dot and the time will both disappear to show she is not logged in, similar to how you see Amy here. Receiving a message through OperaDDS chat is as follows. We see I received a message from Allie here. She's in the consult room. Sent a message to me as well as the front office team and says your next patient has a balance and will need to check out with us prior to scheduling their next cleaning. We have a few different options. I can hide this message. That way somebody can't look over my shoulder and see it. Click it to open back up. I can reply to Allie. I can reply to everyone on the message, which would be Allie and the front office team. I can confirm that I've read this message, delete, and save. I'm going to confirm by clicking the thumbs up icon. This sends a message confirmation back to Allie, letting her know that I've received her message. If you have your practice management system connected to OperaDDS, you can attach patients to messages for future reference. You would do this by linking the patient in this area. If you click, you will see your office's calendar for the day. If no patients, you can simply type in the patient's name to attach them to a message. Other options are private messages, which will mark the message as private. When sent, the message itself will need to be opened by the recipient by clicking on the downward arrow. The urgent option lists an icon next to it to showcase that it is an urgent message. You can set your timers here. With the timers, you can set a timer for someone, or if nobody's selected, the timer will be set for yourself. You can also create a custom timer simply by clicking on the option here, filling out the prompt. Canned messages are in this area, so I can simply just click on one of the options that I have. The one that we created was the new canned message. Let's click this. It is going to type out exactly what I had listed. Other examples would be, your patient is here. Simply click send message. With OperaDDS chat, it's that easy. You also notice that we see colors listed next to each user. You designated those in the Settings tab earlier. Remember, OperaDDS chat can be used on any device. This includes laptops, PCs, cell phones, even smartwatches. One of my personal favorites is iPads. If you do not have a computer, for example in the sterilization room, you could stick an iPad on the wall with a 3M strip. Now you have communication in your sterile room. For your iPads, smartwatches, and cell phones, make sure to download the OperaDDS app from the App Store. Request the chat training document from your support team. This will showcase how to download the app and link with your smartwatch. And last but not least, make sure to have fun when incorporating this in your office. Start out by sending messages back and forth. And of course, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to your fantastic support team.